Alright, this is a model and sort of a video series. I never really put too much into my video series, but video topic, potential trend. Materialism for mystics, right? This is, it won't seem to be directly related, but it's sort of inspired by a reply to some mkkurt videos, if you know him. He knows Math Fails, and Math Fails, Red Light Rocket, and he's a well-intentioned sort of mystic, I would say. And he talked about scalar waves, which I don't like. But I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to give a different model that may or may not shed light on why I don't approve of the idea of scalar waves, no matter what. Right, even if there's magic or anything else, any mystical truth, and I don't like scalar waves. Those are waves that transmit instantaneously. So here's what the mind is. It's like a cylinder. It's a bubble chamber. Okay? Now, if you know anything about a bubble chamber, you'll know that the way it works is there's a vapor in the detector chamber, and particles come shooting along down this way. It's not a conventional, but can you see any of that? Yeah. And then this we assume is happening. What we know is happening is that on this side we see them, and then they decay. Maybe one went off like here. And there's different senses, right? So these are different kinds of particles seem to come in. And so on. Here. And as they drag through the vapor and they curve around, you start to get a shape. And overall, it starts to fill in. Sad guy. And it becomes the picture of a face. Alright, so this is what we have. This is us. Now we think we're seeing a man, but what's really happening is this information is coming, and in reality, we only know this part that's inside. Knowing what we know about the way these paths decay, we imagine they're out here too, streaming in. But we imagine that wherever we point this tube, that's what we see, right? I just realized I lost where's my rag? My dry erase rag. Okay. That's how our mind is. That's a model for our mind. That's how accurate anything we think is we develop a picture in here of something that at best is outside. At worst, it's fed into us by wires, like via the matrix. Still, we would know that image was formed by analyzing all those decay trails. Right? So the universe itself then is a lot of these things. The whole premise is that we know inside here there are particles. We experience those where we're pointing. And we presume, most of us, that there's something out here that's letting these things off. We presume that. May or may not be true. Or we presume that there's something like scalar waves. Connecting everything. This is an illusion. the shared experience becomes an illusion. And suddenly we have timeless instantaneousness. Well, the problem I have with timeless instantaneous is it makes two things the same. So let's say we have two particles from some cataclysm, and they're going like this. And they're somehow entangled, so some property is shared or complemented. What that does is it means that the space between these two things is essentially zero. So that they may seem to be far apart, but they're not. As if space would fold on itself and I'm here, traveling along here. When I get to here, I'm actually close again. So it's an interesting idea, this just we're all at the same point in space. For particles, for physics, it's for electrons, two electrons, not a big commitment. But for full conscious creatures, it's a hell of a limitation. Because what it would mean is if this has instantaneous communication with that, takes zero time, then it's zero space, and it means, oh, we're all the same. All four of these. They're all right here. And maybe that's true. When you guys talk about your instantaneous communication and scalar waves and things like that, you seem excited about it. That sounds like bad news to me. We have the potential of all this space. We have the appearance that we're receiving information. We have the appearance other people receive related information from a different vantage point. And that means we fill up space and we surround phenomena. That sounds like good news to me. Your thing would have us all be right here, and this is the universe. We're all just overlapped with, an image. That seems much less wonderful. And also less likely, because everything takes time in space. Everything. All right.